Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a fall bake with me, and we're going to be making two really delicious, healthier versions of some fall goodies to have this season. And I'm also going to be showing you my current favorite at-home pumpkin spice coffee drink. So the first recipe we're going to be doing is, I call it like an apple crumble type recipe, and it is one that I came up with myself, so I will leave the ingredients in the description box, and I'll try to tell it what everything is as we go through the video as well. And then the second recipe that we're going to be doing is actually an avocado chocolate brownie recipe, which was so delicious. I made it to take to my husband's work for them to have just a goodie there, and everybody really loved it. So as you can see here, I have just been chopping up one apple. I am going to be using the full apple, letting it reduce down on the cooktop. And it really doesn't matter what kind of apple you use. I prefer a sweeter one, so not a Granny Smith apple. And honestly, I don't even know what kind of apple this is. One of my husband's co-workers was able to bring it back when they went to the mountains apple picking. So that is what we use. I'm just adding it to a medium-sized saucepan. So here I did use the store-bought lemon juice in this container here, but normally I would have done fresh lemons. I just didn't have any at the time, and this was the next best thing. this recipe came out really delicious. The one thing that I would change next time is doing maybe 2 cups of the oat flour. And the way I did the oat flour was just taking rolled oats that I had and putting them in the food processor until they were very finely ground. So doing 2 cups of that instead of a cup and a half, because they were dense. They were still really good, but I would have liked a little bit drier muffin, if that makes sense, but they were still super delicious. So this coffee we actually got at TJ Maxx the other week, and it has just a subtle hint of the pumpkin spice flavoring in it, and pairing it with the creamer that you will see later on in the video, it made it taste, in my opinion, like one that you would get at a coffee shop. And the creamer that we used is actually from Aldi. It's almond milk, which I like because we're trying to limit dairy as much as we can. But I did recently find one at Publix, and I'm sure it's at some other supermarkets as well. That's the Silk Almond brand, and it's a pumpkin spice almond milk creamer as well, and it tastes just as good in this as the one that I showed in this video. For this recipe, we'll need 1 avocado, half a cup of cacao powder, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of almond butter, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 cup of coconut sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and of course chocolate chips.